we just recently found this out right now. Forrest Claypool, the CPS chief, resigns after being accused of an Essex probe cover-up. So, it's nothing unusual to worry about. It's standard Chicago politics, right, Daniel?
Yeah, and so we know that because people have been fighting for an elected school board, this man was appointed by our mayor.
Oh, Mayor Rahm Emanuel, who's doing a good job.
Who's doing a very good job.
Well, so we have a Chicago Tribune article right here, and it's basically saying that Claypool is being accused of a full-blown cover-up by the district inspector general, who called for the CEO's ouster in a blistering report given to the school board last week, Wednesday. Rahm Emanuel, our mayor, he quickly came to his aid, Forrest Claypool. But, sources said that he did not have, basically the full support of other members who were trying to tell the mayor that, no, you shouldn't stand alongside him. Basically, it's apparent that he's actually been covering up in regards to, how he's been handling CPS as well as the status of the Chicago public schools here in the city of Chicago. I mean, Daniel, we've seen numerous people complain about Forrest Claypool. What are your thoughts?
Well, people have been asking for an elected school board for a long time, and this is one example why they are. You have Forrest Claypool, who is being taken out because he was covering up an investigation. Mm-hmm. And again, then what's he covering up? Is you don't just cover up something and make yourself open like that, unless you have something that is worse than the consequences of what he went through. So, who knows? What does it say in the article specifically what he was covering up, or just that he was caught covering it up?
It's more of like being caught covering up an Essex probe right now.
So there you go. But again, my point is that to do that requires the risk of being caught doing that to be a smaller risk than the ethics probe finding what it was looking for. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if this is going to continue, or whether him being out means, well, we don't need the probe anymore. But, Chicago, I mean, there's not a lot new to it. It's people being corrupt, the machine being corrupt, people electing people that will do things for them. This is as Chicago a story as a Chicago hot dog or a deep dish or other things that people associate with Chicago.
Well, I don't think a lot of people are going to miss him, because let's look at Claypool's long history of running CPS. He was the voice of the cutbacks. He shut down numerous schools. He threatened to state that he'd continue cutting down schools if there wasn't education funding unless it could overhaul its education funding formula. He also did a lot of cost-cutting plans, presented annual budgets with massive gaps to state lawmakers, and he basically instigated furlough days and slashed school-level spending because of the district's collapsing enrollment. So, under his watch... He
sounds like an ethical paragon to me.
Well, under his watchful eye, Chicago public schools were being shut down. So, But, hey, Rahm Emanuel's doing a good job. I mean, he appointed him in there. He was actually in charge of CPS when Mayor Emanuel became our mayor in 2011. So, no. He was in charge of CTA, and then in 2015, he picked Forrest Claypool to be City Hall chief of staff, and then a few months later, he dispatched Claypool to be in charge of CPS.
Do we know, does that mean that was he in charge of the Ventra change, or is that someone else?
The Ventra change was, I think, going to happen. Of course, okay. Under Daley's watch, that's how we got the green monsters, those green box parking disasters that we're stuck with for 99 years, 97 years now.
Don't worry, not that long.
So I mean, Ventra was going to happen. I mean, Chicago, it's the cesspool of neoliberalism, and it's where money talks. And if you're just a low-class, working-class family member, or working-class family, you're not going to get any kind of proper representation unless there's a severe overhaul in how our local governments run here in Cook County and in the city. So.
You're watching Hard Lens Media.